and I used to be a jockey, racehorse trainer, and I'm the inventor of the WTP bit, the winning tongue plate bit. Our products have won 10 international awards, and the winning tongue plate bit is the only bit in the world to win the Australian International Design Award. I'm going to explain how it works and why it works, the features and the benefits. The joint snaffle's been around for 5,000 years. The problem is, it folds too far forward, it dig in the horse's tongue, create bit pinching. The other issue is at low contact, it can go up, rubbing the roof of the horse's mouth or bruising the mouth. And also when it folds downwards, what it does, it can spread the tongue down over the lower bars, the bone in front of the pre-molars, and between the arms of the bit and the bars, it'll pinch them sideways. Also, it's folding right into their cheeks, pressing the cheeks under the first pre-molars and molars. And this is what creates all the bit pain signs. There's also the other bit widely used over the years is the French link snaffle. And it's a little bar that goes through the centre. The problem is that digs into their tongue and that's still folding all within their mouth, which is creating all the issues. With the WTP bit, the centrepiece is only 11mm high. That flat surface area of 6.5 square centimetres reduces the bit pressure by 85% under engineering tests. When you take a bit backwards, it stops at that point because of the cog system, revolutionary cog system underneath the centre, made it so it only comes so far back and it sits better at the corner of their lips, keeping their lips in the same position all the time, whether you're turning or whatever. It's not folding down anywhere. So you pull straight back, it's coming down on the tongue, but it's not folding within the mouth, therefore preventing bit pinching, roof rubbing, side pinching, all the pain issues. The bit pain signs caused by snaffles, any jointed snaffle within the mouth, and there's various ways a horse will react. Some will pull, some will bolt, some will run through the bit, some will lean on one rein badly, some will pull the reins down through your hands to try and escape the pain. Others will open their mouth up to give them more room to get the tongue back, hang it out the side, put it over the bit. You've got the head tossers, the head chuckers, and another sign we found from all the reports back from customers, horses when they pull up and rub their face on their leg or the rider is a sign of bit pain, get the bit out of the mouth. Then you get some horses that will get to such an extreme situation where they'll start to rear and buck to escape the pain. Anything to get rid of the rider at the end of the reins. Also there's other things they'll do. They'll show anxiety, maybe when they're tied up at the rail, chewing at the rope, knowing that there's going to be pain in the next ride. Others will break out into a sweat. There's all various different ways. It's just like you going to the dentist, you've got a toothache, he's about to drill you, you become tense, you grab the chair, and it's the same with a horse. Sometimes when he sees the rider coming towards him with a bridle, he'll become anxious, knowing that the bit's going to hurt him. The WTP bit overcomes all these issues. Regarding some horses that lip rub, the reason being with a loose ring or jointed snaffle that folds everywhere, what it's doing as you're turning, it can fold down, and that way it's moving and crunching the lips up at different directions, putting pressure on the lips, pushing onto the pre-molars, and this is what sometimes causes lip rubbing. However, with the normal plate bit, Because there's no folding, it sits in the correct position the whole time. You go to turn, there's no folding down of the arms. This eliminates lip rubbing. You can put this bit on the worst lip rubber, it will stop. Also, you'll find it has a flow-on effect to their body. If they're feeling pain in the mouth, riders have said it affects their shoulder movement, the rounding up, using their hindquarters properly. So many have come back and said, as soon as they put the bit in its mouth, because of the soft of contact, the horse started to use his body 100% better. And this can make a major difference in performance and making sure that your horse is comfortable at all times. We've also made 3-ring and 4-ring, a horse that's a bit strong. And you might need this over a cross-country event where a horse gets excited and is inclined to pull a bit. The advantage of this, there's no folding in the mouth. So you've got the soft and responsive contact, but you've got the leverage if required. And this makes a huge difference for a horse that's inclined to pull. But very rarely do we have to use it. Using the normal plate overcomes the problem. This bit is the only bit proven in the world to stop displacement of the soft pattern. Other bit for your horse. It virtually works along the jawline of various breeds. All breeds are different, and sometimes in the human race it's the same. So you might get little ponies, Shetland ponies from 9 hands to 11 hands. They would only require a 4-inch bit. Over 11 hands to 14 hands, usually a 4.5-inch bit. You get a stock horse, a quarter horse, anywhere from 14.1 to 15.3, maybe 16 hands. They all have a 5-inch bit. Whereas thoroughbreds can be 16.3 hands high and only need a 5-inch bit because they have a finer jawline. But then you go into the warm bloods. The warm bloods from 16 hands upwards, they usually got a wider jawline and require 5.5. There's always that exception to the rule, but usually it's based a lot of the times on the breed of the horse and what size they require. Another thing you can do when checking your bit to make sure it's okay, have the bridle on the horse, with your thumbs in there and push back. And that'll give you an indication if you've got either side of the mouth. That's the best way to measure a horse and the size of the bit. I highly recommend that if you've got more than one horse, usually a customer's ringing up about one horse that's got a lot of problems. I always recommend them to try it on every horse. The transformation usually can be amazing, the way-off factor the first day. Others will get better each day over the next 4 or 5 days as they're just waiting, anticipating to see if the pain's going to come. But the difference it can make and the reorders, a confirmation of how much difference it can make to the horse. Being comfortable, soft and responsive. They rate it like having power steering, the best bit in the world today. You can always contact us, email us at admin@iiwinners.com. We can supply you with as many reports as you like. Every benefit that's listed is supported by hundreds of testimonials from some of the leading experts, Olympic riders, show jumpers, dressage, colt breakers, camp drafters, equine lecturers of science that have tried the bit, professors of science that have tried the bit, the best in the world. And they are all amazed at the transformation it can do for the horse.